We have Shroom Shaman, our second dynamic that we'll be talking about today. This dynamic starts very close to RavenQuest, really close to where we did our previous dynamic, Thirsty Bandits. In order to start this dynamic, once it pops up on your minimap, you will need to talk to Machak. And just to be sure, always make sure to sync up. So let's start this up. Let's talk to him and then kill the quest targets or the dynamic targets, which are Toadstool Shamans. Shroom Shaman is a low-level dynamic, just like Thirsty Bandits is. They're both of the same level. Now, one thing to take note of when doing this dynamic is that some of these mobs could be out of the dynamic's range. So always make sure to think up, drag them closer to you before you kill them. And the rewards are experience points as well as silver. Now, this might not seem much, but at low levels, for teleporting around while doing your ranger boards and other things, you will need all the silver you can get. So doing these dynamics can net you a decent amount of silver for your travel needs or for any other needs that you might have, because mobs don't really drop too much silver. There are going to be a couple of waves that you will need to do. I think there are around 3 waves in total. The first wave will have 10 shamans to kill, second will have 15, and the third wave will have around 20 shamans to kill. Make sure that you stay within the dynamic range so that you get full contribution points. Otherwise, the contribution points get wasted. You can tell you're getting contribution points for a kill if your dynamic bar is green. But if it's purple, either somebody else has joined in on the dynamic or you're not synced up. And what that means is that you will only get rewards worth the green contribution points. As you can see, they are all over the place in the marshes. Very they will be around this area. Let me just make this. So make sure that whenever you're moving around, you have this dynamic screen up. If you notice that it has disappeared, get back into range, sync up, and then start killing again. All right, there's one right here. Yeah. Okay, so let's just make sure to kill him quick. And we have one more remaining. Let's find that guy. Another reason why you should do a dynamic is because completing the dynamic the first time also rewards you with some RavenQuest emblems. Now we're on our third and final wave. So what are RavenQuest emblems? RavenQuest emblems are items we need when we want to upgrade our house. I will most likely make a video about that, talking about house upgrades and about housing general for RavenQuest one of these days to let you know more about that. But what we do need to know for now is as you upgrade your housing, the amount of RavenQuest emblems you will need will increase. But there are many different ways, of course. You can only get them for the first time from a dynamic that you haven't completed, but there are other ways to get them too. Also, be very, very careful that if you are low level, that you do not get ganged up on by these shrooms. You could pull aggro from a lot of them. So just try to stay safe since there is no stair trick we can use over here. And well, we're almost done with this dynamic. I think that will be our last one. Once you have completed all the waves, or once you notice that this bar is completely full, in order to finish the dynamic, you will have to go back to Machak right here. When you notice this dynamic on your mini map, you will have to first talk to Machak to spawn them if they haven't already spawned. And even if they have spawned, you will have to make sure that you still talk to him first before you start killing them. Otherwise, you will not get the right. Well, thank you for watching. Like my videos, please like and subscribe, show your support, and I will have another dynamic up for you in a few days.